Sometimes life gets in the way. You have to take sudden, unexpected trips, a pipe bursts in your house and you're displaced for a month. Your family wants you at the reunion in another state where you have to stay for a week. Things happen and you have to adapt. This week, I'm visiting my family in another state, but I don't have enough content lined up to make it okay for me to put off work for all that time. That means I have to figure out a way to work without missing out on time with the people that I love. And that task is easier said than done. Families can be needy. I don't feel right holding myself up in my room to work for hours, even if my family mostly just sits around watching TV all day. Like, seriously, all day. And it's either kids' cartoons or scary movies, and not the good kids' cartoons like Bluey. Man, I can watch me some Bluey. Anyway, that's beside the point. I actually do want to spend time with my family, and work-life balance is important if you plan to keep up with your job during a vacation or extended stay away from home. Welcome to CC Writes. My name is CC Lepke, and today we're hitting the road. I've had to work while on the road before. More than most people, I know how hard it is to keep up the motivation to get work done when you're away from home. Even with the best intentions, it's really easy to fall into the mindset of that's future CC's problem. I get it. But sometimes when you slack in one area of your work, it can blend into all other areas. As a full-time writer, that's a really bad habit to develop. It can lead to weeks or even months of idleness, and before you know it, you're crunching to get things done before a deadline, or you're putting your platform at risk of falling apart. A writer's life takes consistency. To give you an idea of how to maintain that consistency, even when you have to do things that are out of the ordinary, I'm sharing some of my favorite writing practices for those times when you're forced to split your attention or work away from home. If you're the kind of person who finishes their work early and gets extra work done ahead of time so you can put your full attention on family and togetherness, good for you. But that's not me. And I'm willing to bet it's not everyone in the writers community either. If you're a fellow procrastinator, then keep watching because today is all about us. Also, you should consider bookmarking my video about how to procrastinate successfully. To do this right, you're going to have to plan out your time while on vacation. You need a limited task list, simplified work equipment, a time limit for your daily work habits, and a schedule. What I mean by limited task list is that you're not going to be able to get all of your normal weekly work done while you're away. I know you're optimistic and you really think you can squeeze it all in, but you need to be reasonable about this. Figure out which tasks are most important to get done. What is the smallest amount of work you can do and still keep yourself on track? I normally have 3 writing assignments that I give myself throughout the week, 2 recording sessions, and a video editing session. If I'm being honest with myself, I really only have to do 1 writing assignment, 1 recording session, and 1 video editing session. I won't advance the progress for my writing, but I'll at least not get behind as long as I get those things done. So that's my task list for this week, with my assignments cut down by half. Since I'm away from home, I don't have access to the equipment I normally use to do my work. I can't take my full setup on vacation with me, and that does make things a little bit more difficult. However, by simplifying my equipment, I can work around this issue. I have a laptop that has all of my recording and editing programs, a camera with a battery pack, and a cell phone that has my favorite word processor loaded into it. This is my mobile station that I can take anywhere to get my work done. Sure, I don't have access to Photoshop, lighting equipment, a second monitor, or any of the fancy things I use at home. But what I do have is moxie and a can-do attitude. With my cell phone, I can write anywhere without having to lug around my laptop. When I'm on the go and absolutely have to get something written, my cell phone makes it easy to get to work. Having a laptop with my recording and editing programs means that once I get to my hotel, Airbnb, or a family member's house, I can set up a simple workstation to get things done. Portable workstations aren't always the most comfortable, but they're a lifesaver if you need to write something or maintain your audience and platform in a pinch. speaking of lifesavers, setting time limits for your work is no joke. If you want to maximize time with your family, you have to decide on a maximum amount of time you're going to put into work every day. Because I already have a work schedule that I follow at home, I know exactly how long it normally takes me to get a task done. It takes 2 hours to finish a writing session, half an hour to record a video, and 2 hours to edit a video. In a normal week, I'll usually spend about 4 hours a day working, so for vacation, I want to limit that as much as possible. I'm going to dial it back to about an hour a day. I'll spend 2 days writing, 1 day recording a video, and 2 days editing. But knowing what I want to do and actually doing it are two completely different monsters. To make sure I do my work properly, I have to give myself a schedule. To make a schedule, I want to arrange it around my family's normal activity patterns. The last time I worked while on vacation, I knew that everyone in the house was slow to rise and that most activities would be scheduled in the afternoons. So when I did my work, it was always first thing in the morning when most of the family wasn't up and functional yet. This vacation is going to be a little more tricky. My nieces are going to be there, so even though I know most of our activities will be scheduled for the afternoon because my brother is always 2 hours late for everything, my nieces will be awake first thing in the morning and ready to tear the house down. My solution? Lock the door and pretend I'm sleeping in for an hour. Sure, there's gonna be yelling, stomping, crying, and God knows what other noises. But they're not my kids, so I have the luxury to ignore them. If you're in the opposite situation where you brought your kids along and you don't have the luxury to ignore them, then what I would recommend is set your pattern of when you're going to do things around the time that you know your kids will be awake and active. If there are certain times when you know they're going to be doing other activities and not be at your throat the whole time, or if you can get one of your family members to agree to help out with them, then you can take a little extra time from those moments to get the work done that you need to do. The only problem comes in the half hour that I need to record a video because all the kid noises are inevitably going to be a problem. I could record at night when they're asleep, but without my lighting equipment, I'd hate to think what that might look like. But since it only takes half an hour for me to record, I have a plan. The place we're going to stay at has a pool, and my family plans to make good use of it. For the first half hour while they're outside, I'll record my video. They'll be outside of the house, leaving it nice and quiet for me. There will still be daylight to make use of, so my video quality shouldn't suffer too much, and as soon as I'm done, I can just walk outside to join them in the fun. Is it a foolproof plan? Well, no. The nature of vacations is that plans change all the time, and I may run into unexpected problems that either hinder or completely prevent me from getting my work done. But at least I have a plan. Sometimes all you can do is try. We'll see how it turns out. Wish me luck, and I will see you guys in Florida.
Boo-hoo-hoo. Boo-hoo-hoo. Boo-hoo-hoo.
Hey, what's wrong?
My life is over. I'll never be able to write again.
Why? What's going on?
I've been having writer's block for months. No matter how hard I try, I can't think of a single thing to write.
Maybe you need to jumpstart your imagination.
But how do I do that?
Here, take this.
What is this magical item?
That's my personal list of 15 writing exercises you can use to boost your creativity. It comes with story starters and prompts to challenge and inspire your imagination.
So, my life isn't over?
Not even a little. Just go to ccleftyWrites.com/15 writing exercises or follow the link in the description. You can get your own free copy of my 15 writing exercises today.
Wait, so I can't have this copy?
Well, no, I actually only printed out one. But don't worry, your free copy of my writing exercises is waiting for you at ccleftyWrites.com/15 writing exercises.
I mean, it seems kind of stingy. Can't you just print off another copy?
Just as easily as you can.
Touché. So it was ccleftyWrites.com/15-writing-exercises?
That's right.
Thanks, CC. You're almost the best.
Seriously, Steve, get over it. You can't have my copy. If you liked learning about how to write consistently while on vacation and want to see more from me about the writer's life, check out the video on top where I talk about how to be better writers for each other. Otherwise, click on the bottom video to see what YouTube recommends. As always, thank you so much for joining me today on CC Writes. I hope you enjoyed our time together, and I will see you later.